Hi, I'm Heidi from Garden Crossings, and today I'm going to take you for a behind-the-scene tours of the greenhouse and the shipping process. So I know I've shown you the shipping process before, but I've been getting some questions, so I'm going to try to answer some of the questions here right off the bat. First question is that I got this week is there is Zone 7, and we're shipping Zone 7 this week, and they said, oh, I missed my time for my plants to be shipped out. Do I have to wait till next year? Absolutely not. So let me explain how the shipping schedule works and what that looks like. So we start shipping the end of March. We start shipping with Zone 10. Every week we add on another zone. So the first week of shipping was Zone 10, the second week was Zone 9, 8, and onward it goes. What that means is we're not going to ship a Zone 5 in that first week because you're just not warm enough yet. So every week we continue to add on. This week we are shipping Zone 7, 8, 9, and 10. So anything that comes in right now, we're going to ship plus up. Next week, we're going to add on Zone 6B. So we'll ship Zone 6B, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's how it works. So eventually, once we get to about mid-May, we'll be shipping all zones, and that will continue throughout the summer into the fall. So we don't stop shipping at any point until we get to November, and from November until the end of March is when we're in our pre-order season. So we are going strong and getting these things all shipped out to you. Another question I get asked a lot is, when is my order going to ship? When you get your order confirmation, it'll say your estimated ship week, and that would be the week that your order is shipping. So we do ship Monday through Saturday. So if your estimated ship week says the week of, let's say, April 15, this week, that means that your plants could ship anytime from Monday through Saturday. We can't get everything done in one day. So we do ship throughout the week. Once your order has shipped out, we will send you tracking information so that you can track your package until it arrives to your home. So that is really right now a lot of the questions I'm getting is when is my order shipping? And it is a 6-day ship week that we do. So how we figure out the shipping of how does, so-and-so ship on Monday and so-and-so ships on Saturday, there's a lot of mathematical calculations that go into this. So if you call and say, well, can't you just ship mine on Monday? The answer is going to be probably no. So we take a look at orders that have the furthest transit points. So if you're a 5-day transit, we want to try to make sure that you're going to get your plants by the weekend. So typically your California, your Oregon, that West Coast area is going to ship out early in the week. If you're Michigan, Ohio, Indiana, typically you're going to ship out later in the week because again, we want to try to have the plants to everybody by the weekend. So just keep that in mind when you may be wondering when is your order going to ship. Also, another thing I have to point out, and this is coming from our inventory manager, is if people want to cancel their order, cancellations have to be done 5 days before your scheduled ship week because we already start processing orders the weekend prior to your ship week. And once an order has started to go to the processing and fulfillment department, it's really hard for us to make any changes. So any changes, additions, or cancellations, we do like to ask for 5 days before your estimated ship week. And again, if you have any more questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments below because I really want to make sure that if you have questions, I get them answered for you. So let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on in the greenhouses now that we put a little bit of that information up front. So we have a lot of holes right now, and as the holes come, we are quickly filling them back up with more plants. So we're in a greenhouse right now that these plants will be ready to ship probably in about a week, maybe 2 weeks. So it's so beautiful to see all the colors starting to pop in the greenhouse. It's just a rainbow array. Let's go find one of our team members that are pulling plants for orders right now. So I'm in the greenhouse now with Shar, and she is one of what we call our pickers, and they go in the greenhouses and are picking all the plants for your orders. So she has a handheld there that's telling her what plant she needs, and basically she's looking for a number, and it also tells her how many plants she needs in that particular block. As she gathers the plant, she scans it off, knowing that she's now gathered it. So she goes up and down the aisles looking for the number that her handheld is telling her, and then grabbing the plants that are needed. So this is an automated system that we have in place, and if there's an issue with a plant, she can put a note in there and it automatically alerts our inventory manager that, hey, such and such plant maybe doesn't look good, and then the inventory manager can send her a note back saying, hey, go to a different location. This is where you need to go to find a better plant. So it's very efficient on our part. Our inventory manager isn't running back and forth constantly trying to find the solutions that are needed for the pickers. It can all be done right on that handheld computer. Once the pickers pull up a full cart of plants, somebody goes through here. It's Alyssa, and she's just watering all the plants in really well before they head off to shipping. We want to make sure that the plants are well watered so that there's plenty of moisture in their transit to your location. Once the plants have been watered out in the greenhouse, they get brought into the staging area. So continually they're bringing carts up here and keeping them staged. So we're going to head into the shipping room here in just a moment and show you all that goes on in there. But these are just some of the carts of plants that are waiting to get shipped out today. Once we head into the shipping barn, the first stop is what we like to call our cleanup area. So the gals working in this area are making sure that the plants all look nice. If any trimming is needing to be done, they'll go ahead and trim them. That is one thing I will say is we do constantly trim our plants. And the reason why we're trimming is because we know that a plant that gets more trimmed on it is going to be better branching, especially thinking along the lines of a shrub. If we just send you a shrub with one stalk, I know once you get it, the chances of you trimming it is very slim. So if we go ahead and trim that plant, it's going to help branch it out, which in the end will result in more flowers for you. So right now the gals are actually working on our quart-sized shrub containers. So they're going through, making sure they're clean, any trimming that's needing to be done. And then they have a table here of the tags. Every shrub has a tag that goes along with it that gets attached to the pot. That way you have all the information that you may need to know about your shrub. So Lana's grabbing the tags, rubber banding them on. Once that's done, they get sent down a conveyor system where they then, let's see if we'll go into this area here. So they get sent down the conveyor belt and they'll just slowly roll down here to the gals in our put away area. So basically right now, all of these carts all are numbered. And each of these numbers signifies a customer. We don't know who it is, but we know that whoever customer 183 is, the plants that get scanned will go into this tray. So again, they're working with handheld computers, scanning each and every pot that goes past them. One thing at Garden Crossings, every single plant that we grow gets a unique barcode label to that plant. It tells us the plant's name, when it was planted, what greenhouse it was grown in. So there's a lot of information we can go back on if need be. So they're scanning the plants on their handheld. It's telling them which tray that plant has to get put into. Once they put it into the tray, they scan the QR code and it knocks it off their listing of what needs to be done. So you can see there's a lot of plants going to be shipped out today. Typically, I don't even know how many cycles they're doing in a day here, but there's a lot of plants, especially this time of year, that are getting shipped directly to your home. Can you imagine receiving this beautiful begonia, Solenia apricot? Wouldn't that just bring such joy to your face when you open your package and see that beautiful bloom? The next step on the plant's journey is where it's actually going to start heading to its final destination. So every tray has a number on it, and that signifies a customer, as I said earlier. We scan that tray number, and every single plant in that tray gets scanned again. It's a double check to make for sure that the put away people have put the correct plants to the correct customer. She's verifying that they got them in the right spot, because we kind of do a triple check system out in the greenhouse, pulling the plants. Realistically, everything that is on that pick should come up to the put away. The put away is putting them all away and shouldn't have anything left over. And then as Abby here is scanning the orders in, she's just, again, like I said, verifying that all the correct plants went with the order. They get sent down a conveyor belt. Where they then get packaged up and put into the box. We're in our boxing area right now, and we have a screen up there that's telling us every order and the size box that's needed. So typically there's another person in this area that's making the boxes, but Carter's kind of double timing it today, packaging the plants and creating the boxes. So the boxes get sent down another track where it meets up with the plants coming down the conveyor belt. where they then get packaged and put into the boxes. This is where accuracy is key. The final road before it hits the ground running on the FedEx truck. Although rare, on an occasion, FedEx does mishandle the boxes. If this happens and you have any concerns with the box, packaging, or your plants, we ask that you take a picture and email it to us right away. The sooner we can receive your email with your pictures, the sooner we can resolve the issue that there may be. If you have, again, any questions or comments, please feel to leave a comment below, or you can always email us at sales@gardencrossings.com. We're here for you, and we want to make for sure that your gardening is a success. Thanks for watching. I'm Heidi from Garden Crossings.